Hello, students and families, and welcome back to our virtual junior night for Willamette High School class of 2023. It's your host again, Joshua Castellanos Ramos, the College and Career Coordinator. So now we're moving on to the second part of our little series and final part. Now, bear with me, this is a little lengthier than the first one, but there's a lot of information to cover. So let's get things started. So we start off college preparation with researching college and career programs. So make sure to attend college fairs, info sessions, and visit college campuses. We have been hosting virtual visits in the lecture hall during lunchtime. Keep an eye out for our next one. We hope to begin college campus visits next term, should our district's health and safety guidelines allow us to do so. You can always visit on your own in the spring break and summer break, even though you should check in with the institution to see if they're hosting tours or if they're even accepting visitors, because some schools are not. Participate in career and industry tours. For example, LCC has their hands-on career day and the aggregate industry tour and more. Also, we start by developing your ideal college profile. So does it have your intended degree or program? Does it have the major that you're looking into? Is it located in a place that you want to live for 4 years, or that you would be living for 4 years? If it's local, right, or if it's far away at a state, is it in an area that you would be okay living with for a long time? Do you like the size of the school? Do you prefer a big school, a medium school, a small school? Like, do a lot of people, or smaller classrooms? What size is your ideal school? And then, do you like the culture of the school? Yes, schools have different cultures. There's more private academic institutions, there's religious institutions, right? So each school has a different culture. So what culture would you prefer? And also, with expected financial aid, can you even afford going to the campus you're thinking about, right? So using these criteria, you can start creating a list so that you start narrowing down what you would like to apply to. It's important that you decide and you try to apply by Thanksgiving break of your senior year. Also, please use a professional email. If you don't have one, please create one. A bad example of an email is skaterboy33 at Gmail, right? A good example would be like your first last name, maybe your birth year, right? At gmail.com, at Yahoo, AOL, or whatever you choose, right? I've seen so many emails along the lines of skaterboy or fisherman, right? Please make sure to have a professional email, because this is one of the first things that not only colleges see, but also when you're applying for scholarships and such. It's one of your first impressions, right? You want to make sure that you make a good one. So now that you have your profile for ideal colleges, you narrowed your choices down to 3 to 5 schools, right? You apply online. Some of these schools may use the common application. A lot of the schools also require some sort of personal statement or essay. So punctuation, spelling, grammar, they all matter. Please make sure to proofread or have someone proofread it for you. So check in with us in the College and Career Center or check in with your English teacher. Keep a copy of completed applications. Be aware of admission deadlines. Submit before the application due dates. Check your email often for college admission updates, and follow up with the college and university admissions office, right? So again, checking your email is very important, especially since this is like the main form of communication moving on forward. So they'll let you know if they need some other information from you. They might need extra documents. They might even say like, hey, you've been accepted, but you won't know if you don't check your email. So that is very important. Athletes, beware that you may have different requirements and timelines, so please check in with your coach and then check in with us at the College and Career Center. You can find more information on these websites if you're interested in doing collegiate sports. Should you have any questions, again, reach out to your coach or one of us in the College and Career Center. Financial aid. So begin by filling out the FAFSA or the ORSA, whichever you qualify for. You only do one of these, not both. Okay, so if you qualify for FAFSA, then you do FAFSA. If you don't qualify for FAFSA, then you might fall under the ORSA. Okay, so it's only one, not both. Attend financial aid events that we put on the College and Career Center. Apply as soon as you can. Applications open October 1st of your senior year. There are pools of money with certain limits on them, so if you wait, the money that you could have qualified for might no longer be there. Okay, so try to do it as soon as possible. Attempt to apply no later than November 30th. Okay. What we do say is that you do not try to apply on October 1st, as a lot of our seniors experienced this year. Very close to the opening, the website was crashing and glitching, and a lot of our students were not able to get anything done. So at least wait a few days, but do it as soon as possible. So these applications do require parent information, things like address, contact information, um, financial information like tax information and whatnot. So should you not be able to provide it for any reason, please check in with your college and career coordinator, as there are certain situations where we can bypass these parent information sections. Okay, but it's important that we get these applications in. Again, should there be a situation that comes up, please check in with us because there might be other ways of getting around it. How to apply for grants and scholarships. So check with your colleges for their grant and scholarship opportunities. So again, apply as soon as you're able to. For example, we have a lot of colleges who will open their applications in the fall, so October, November. And then if you apply early, you get access to their scholarships that have a deadline of January 15th, which also happens to be their application deadline. Okay, and if you wait till January 15th, which is the deadline to apply to the college, then you'll miss the opportunity to apply for the scholarships, which also have the same deadline. So make sure you apply early, but also check with the colleges for their grant and scholarship opportunities. So start early, stay organized, be aware of deadlines. Also important to maintain relationships with teachers who may write positive letters of recommendations for some of these applications. Make sure to request transcripts and letters in advance. And always the best advice that I can give you is to apply to many to get any. There are a lot of scholarships that go unawarded because they just don't have people who apply for them. Right. So if you meet the basic requirements for a scholarship, go ahead and apply. The worst they can say is no, and then the best they can say is here's some free money that you don't have to pay back. So please make sure to apply to as many scholarships as you can. Important to consider, you have the best chance of winning local, state, and regional scholarships. So the smaller the pool of potential candidates is, the higher chance you have of getting it. Again, if it's like a local Eugene scholarship, you're just competing with a couple thousand students. Where if you're doing a national scholarship or an international, you're competing with thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people. So look ahead. These scholarships rarely change, so you can start some of the applications for next year, this year. Early scholarships have fewer applicants. For example, the Stand for Children's Beat the Odds scholarship, the deadline is late September. Or we also have the Eugene for Citizen deadline, which is around mid-October. Right, so there are some scholarships that are early. However, most scholarships happen January and moving forward. Examples of scholarships. The OSAC scholarships with a deadline of March 1st, right? There's different scholarships that you can apply through OSAC. It's the Ford Family Foundation, the Jim and Dolores Henderson Memorial Scholarship, Sandberg Scholarship. You also have the LCC, the Lane Community College Foundation Scholarships, which is also March 1st. They have a series of scholarships that you can apply for should you apply early. Also local and clubs and organizations that they have different deadlines from February, March, and April. And also professional groups and companies, which have various deadlines, companies like Comcast, US Bank, and others. So what next? So look forward to events and activities put on by us and the college and career team. Also, make sure that you meet with your respective college and career coordinator. So again, Miss Cameron, if your last name is A through K, or myself, Mr. Josh, if your last name is L through Z. So with that, that wraps up our video. So should you have any questions, we will have some question time on Zoom. So our virtual Willamette Junior Night will continue. So please join us on Zoom December 1st at 6:30, where we will have the opportunity for you to ask us questions and you can hopefully get some answers and we can have some discussion. So please make sure to join us. The links will be available on our school blog and our college and career blog. Should you not be able to find it, please feel free to reach out to us and we'll send you the link. Now with that, we go down to our contact information for the WHS College and Career Center. So again, last name's A through K with Miss Cameron. You have her email there. And then last name's L through Z with myself, Mr. Josh, and you have my email there as well. Email is probably the best way to reach us, as we will always be receiving those. So please feel free to reach out to us should you have any other questions. But we hope to see you on Zoom December 1st at 6:30 p.m. So with that, we wrap up this video. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.